Hey, what's going on, Dr. Heyman and team? My name is Jack here with Mr. and Mrs. Leads. We are a local online marketing and SEO company here in the Springs, and I want to do this video analysis and kind of introduce myself. Now, Taylor did inform me that you are currently under contract with a current SEO company, but in the meantime, since uh, he said that you still wanted to screencast, I want to go ahead and do this and maybe kind of keep in your ear in case maybe your contract is up later down the line, or maybe the contract isn't one of those situations where you have to fulfill the entire thing and you can just kind of stop it when you'd like. But what I want to do is basically go over exactly what we do here at Mr. and Mrs. Leads, as well as go into kind of the specifics of what I can see as a search marketer that does this day in, day out. What kind of keywords that you could potentially rank for, where you're at, and how we'd be able to help you if we were to tackle this project on together. All right, so without further ado, let me go ahead and get started. The first thing I did was I pulled up your website here in a tool called Ahrefs. Ahrefs allows search marketers like myself to look at the metrics of a site and see kind of what I can see as a search marketer and various metrics in the back end, right? So what I can see right off the bat is that there has been some SEO work done, right? Especially since maybe January of this year. There has been a steady climb of referring domains, and that means that basically they're doing their SEO and they're getting websites to talk about your site and building the authority to your site. You need to build authority to your site in order to rank highly in Google's algorithm and to rank higher than your competitors for the various keywords we want to rank for. It's been a steady climb. I would, at this point, since you are starting to get ranked for a lot of keywords, to pick up the link velocity. So basically do more outreach and get more websites to talk about your site, because that's really going to start getting you ranked highly for Google. All right, so let me hop over to the organic keywords tab to kind of see what I can find. This tab basically shows us what kind of keywords you currently rank for, as well as what positions you're at and some other metrics behind it. So what I can see is right off the bat, Discovery Kids Dental, which is your brand name, you are on the #1 spot. So fantastic job on that end, because you want to make sure that you want to rank highly for your brand name, obviously, because when someone's types that in, you want to be front and center for that. Looks like Kids Dentist Colorado Springs, you are on the 5th spot for that. And so we need to continue to do the SEO so that you get on the top positions for that keyword. Colorado Springs Pediatric Dentistry is a huge, huge keyword that we absolutely want to rank for. It looks like you are on the 11th spot, which means that you are on the top of the 2nd page. So if someone were to type in Colorado Springs Pediatric Dentistry on their smartphone or on their laptop, you'd be hovering around that spot. Pediatric Dentist Colorado Springs, another great one we want to absolutely rank for. You looks like you are on the #9th spot. So you can see how there's a subtle difference, right? So Colorado Springs Pediatric Dentistry and Pediatric Dentist Colorado Springs, they are actually, believe it or not, considered two different keywords in Google's eyes, and there's different things that needs to be done to be able to rank you for this keyword as opposed to this keyword. And so that just comes down to making sure that an SEO company knows what they're doing and making sure that you show up for that kind of thing. My Kids Dentist Colorado Springs, looks like you're on the 30th, 4th spot for that. Children's Dentist Colorado Springs, 8th spot. Pediatric Dentistry Colorado Springs, 8th spot. So yeah, I can just kind of go down the list. This is actually really, really, really good news for us. The reason why this is really good news is because you are already ranking highly for the keywords that you want to go after, as well as, well, not like all the way like on the #1 spot, but you're getting credit for it, and you're like hovering on like the bottom of the first page and the top of the second page, maybe like in the middle of the first page for some keywords as well. That's great news, because it just means that we just need to continue pushing our SEO efforts to start claiming the top spots for the keywords you want to go after. The reason why this is so important is because right off the bat, 95% of people that search a specific keyword or query into Google stay on the first page. What that means is when someone types in Colorado Springs Pediatric Dentistry, more than likely they're not going to hit the second page. They're going to stay on the first page, and they're probably going to click on the top 3 positions. The reason being is the top 3 positions get the majority of that 95% of the traffic. And so we want to make sure that you get on that spot, because that's when you get a huge influx of visitors to your site, and ultimately inquiring and scheduling an appointment and going through the steps and things like that. And so we want to make sure that you are front and center when you're there, and it looks like that there's a lot of websites that are just a few positions ahead of you. Now, this is great news, because we have instances where we bring on clients where they have a brand new website and a brand new business, right? And so what happens is, like, we'll do our SEO work, right? And so before they weren't ranking for any keywords. And then we do some of our SEO work and suddenly they're on the 10th page, right? They're getting picked up for the keywords they want to rank for, but they're just not on the first page, right? And so then we do more of our SEO work, and then after a few more months, they go from the 10th page to the 7th page or the 5th page, right? And so we've effectively moved them 30 positions or 50 positions for the keywords they want to rank for, right? But that doesn't actually translate into a lot of visitors to their site because of the fact that not a lot of people go past the first page when they search that keyword, right? And so even though when we do our SEO work, we might be moving you up from the 11th spot to the 3rd spot, that's only 8 positions that we're moving you up, where you're going to see a huge influx of traffic because it's just the user behavior and how Google search engine works. And so the fact that you are hovering at that cusp right before that top of the page means that we can get you there that much quicker and that's that much more effectively, and you're going to see a lot more results from our SEO campaign as opposed to when we bring on a new client or maybe they're just hovering on the 5th page and things like that. Right, so hopefully you can understand what I'm saying. If you have any questions, I'm more than available to answer your questions. We're local here in the Springs, so we can meet at your office. You can meet us at our office. We can chat by phone. We can chat by email if you'd like, whatever your preference is, and then kind of go over any questions, any comments, concerns that you have, and then hopefully kind of initiate the conversation and see what we can do for you. So I'll wrap it up here. I value your time, and I don't want to waste any more of it. And if you have if you like what you hear and maybe there's something you can do with your contract or anything like that, then we'd love to talk to you further about what we can do. All right, so appreciate it, Dr. Heyman, and everyone else. I look forward to talking to you soon when you get a chance, and hope you have a great rest of your day and week, and thank you.